Welcome back. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Heavy fighting between Somaliland forces and locals has this morning flared up in Dalsan town of northern Somalia. According to residents, heavily armed Somaliland military has stormed the town from different sides, prompting fierce fighting which is more intense than Monday's clashes, with the sides using heavy artillery weapons. Heavy fighting between Somaliland forces and locals this morning flared up in Dalsan town of northern Somalia. According to residents, heavily armed Somaliland military has stormed the town from different sides, prompting fierce fighting which is more intense than Monday's clashes, with the sides using heavy artillery weapons. Sources confirm that the both confronting sides receiving reinforcement troops. Medics in the town confirmed that at least 34 people, including civilians, were killed in the fighting. Somaliland authorities accused Puntland state of backing the locals fighting Somaliland forces in Dalsan town of Sol region. Meanwhile, the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has gave a speech on the conflict situation in the city of Dalsan in the Sol region and called for an immediate end to the ongoing war in that city, while sending his condolences to the families of the victims.
The President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who gave a speech on the conflict situation in the city of Dalsan in the Sol region, called for an immediate end to the ongoing war in that city, while sending his condolences to the families of the victims. The President stressed the importance of considering the wishes of the local people and the solution through a process of dialogue and reconciliation, calling for dialogue and reconciliation to solve the political tensions in Puntland.
xalkeedu qori kuma yimaada kan raba iyo kan diidanbo xalkeedu qori kuma keeni karaan hal isu yimaada hal wada fariisto mar walba horan uga shaawna mushkilada ka jirta Sool iyo Sanaag waxay ku dhex jirtaa xayndaabka jirinta aan jirinayna arinta midnimadana anagu go'aanay naga taa xoog inaan ku raadino ma doonayno nabadaan rabnaa inaan ku raadino dadka rabitaankiisana hala dhowran leenahay meeshaasi colaadaasi colaad dadka qabata ma dadka Soomaaliyeed ma qabato dadka deegaanka guud ahaan ma qabato hala joojiyaan ku baaqayna mar kale.
The President also called on them to come to the discussion table and is ready to take part in the solution of the city of Dalsan wherever it is held. On the other hand, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud sent a call to the traditional elders of the Puntland regional government, saying that peace is essential. He also mentioned the role of elders in peace, saying that the federal government of Somalia will never support war. The announcement of the President of the Republic of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, follows a press release from the federal government of Somalia, which describes the situation in the city of Dalsan in the Sol region.
Now, the federal government of Somalia hopes to hold direct elections in the country in 2026. According to the Minister of Internal Affairs of Somalia, a technical advisory committee meeting in Mogadishu has discussed the process of Somalia's election in 2026. The committee is made up of all the member states except Puntland.
The government of Somalia hopes to hold direct elections in the country in 2026. Accordingly, the Minister of Internal Affairs of Somalia opened a technical advisory committee in Mogadishu to discuss the process of Somalia's election in 2026. This committee is made up of all the member states except Puntland. It will make recommendations for the election models and necessary steps to hold universal suffrage in Somalia in 2026, which the national leaders will discuss at the meeting of the consultation forum that will take place in Mogadishu on February 2023. Ahmed Muallim Fiqi, the Somali Minister of Internal Affairs, speaking at the conference opening, said it is the government's ambition to have a free and fair election. Somalia wants to build a democratic state with multi-parties. Therefore, the parliament ratified the political party law and electoral law. However, other remaining laws are necessary for a direct election in the country. Somalia President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud recently dissolved the Independent Election Commission. The government said it will form a new commission. The country used to have an indirect election based on 4.5 for many years, the clan power sharing system. Both the president and the current parliament were elected in May last year following an election rift that adjourned it untimely held. Puntland state said it will deal separately with the government of Somalia. The last high consultation conference held in Mogadishu on 25th to 28th December 2022 was stated to establish a technical advisory committee to propose how to implement international standard election in the country.
Well, that story brings us to the end of the news of Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdulrazak Ali and have a lovely